watching the pandemic meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple.
Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama and finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
We talk so much about how coaches script things, especially on offense, to start a season, to start a game, whatever it is. Could they have scripted a better start in terms of playing? Offensive Player of the Week in the NFC, and his team won their season opener.
Absolutely. Perfect start to the year, but all the talk was, hey, that was week one. Now we got to move forward.
Let's do it again in week 2. That's what he's told his teammates.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Hurts fighting Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. To throw again on second down. Hurts. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to look deep for more. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Tua. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. A man from the capital of Pennsylvania, Harrisburg. This is Chase Edmonds. A good chance this is 4th down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. The Dolphins had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
To his throw, caught by his receiver Hill. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Milton Williams there on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They start the drive here with Gainwell. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hurts sets up to throw it. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm living Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And they'll go right 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, well, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll go down at the 28. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up fourth.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua, he's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. The numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Tua sets up to pass it. And this one incomplete. I couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Good bounce-back drive right there. Through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They go play action with Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. up incomplete. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Now Hill to return it. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track. They had the loss last week to the Dallas Cowboys. The good news, they've got the lead right now. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run with Edmonds again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 41. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Play action. Now it's Tua. On the move to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple plays combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to this season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got the connection to Moore. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts over the middle here to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Hurts throws complete to Goddard. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And now they are in prime position. 1st and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Here's Hill on the return. 54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Miami set to take over. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. From the 36, Tua. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a give to Edmonds. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Tua going to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Tua.
He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Hurts.
It's complete to Brown, right side. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Here's Aaron Sipas now.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They complete it to Hill.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Tua now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. On first down, Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Here's Hurts to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Allen. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Tua.
Will go out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Unnecessary run.
Everybody's down in control. Let's just make plays, man.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They run with Edmonds. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
This is a 2nd and 4. Ball at the 9.
Again, they run with Edmonds. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 50. 30. 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a final return. Touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written him off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Chase Edmonds and the Dolphins taking over on offense once again.
Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Tua. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Okay, ready? Keep it rolling, boys. Time to get 6. Ready. He's been open.
And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Got a man. It's Brown. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Flushed out right. Oh, look at the juke.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Airing it out deep for Smith. He's got it at the 15.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
Open man, he's got it. That's Smith for a touchdown. Devontae Smith,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. For the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And going deep for Hill.
Well, he still brings it in. Off the tip here on the deep shot. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to pass. Tua. On the right side open is Gesicki.
4 yards remain for second down.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Oh, this is intercepted. Intended for Hill.
And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is... Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Wide open receiver complete.
And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown from 8 yards out.
And the Eagles take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That one complete to Hill. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's rolling down. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once, but boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
You get hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
They run behind center with Gainwell.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
On the draw, Gainwell.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. They held him in check in the 1st half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the 1st half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Throwing is Hurts.
This is caught. Touchdown! Dallas got it from 8 yards out.
And the Eagles have taken a 4th quarter lead. Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this fourth quarter.
This game's kind of like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because you had the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
They'll get this to his running back, Edmonds.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I believe I can see what they were trying to do there. Unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, they're often taught. On the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Tua sets up to pass it.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hurts. That pass complete to Moore.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Complete. Smith has it.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time for this offense to move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The middle linebacker in a 4-3. So often the captain of the defense gets them all lined up, and the captain made a great read there to snuff that play out.
And as a running back, you've got to be saying, where did he come from? He covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time, and he was able to stop his man before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or did they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Brown.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. On the handoff, Gainwell.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. He'll buy some time right. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here.
He'll drop this underneath for Gainwell. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff to Gainwell.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This to the outside, it's Sermon. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
They'll run here with Gainwell.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Kenneth Gainwell
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Eagles are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Elliott on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive.
And it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run. Fielded right around the 8. So Tua and the Dolphins
down by 10. A minute 46 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Here's Tua. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Tua to throw. Finding Allen.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
That's into the hands of Gesicki.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Tua going to try and go quickly here. Tagovailoa.
He's got Allen.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. This was a fun one today with 8 points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign, and it did that. I mean, for both sides, visited, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.